Boker Tov. Thank you very much. Welcome everybody to our morning shir in Pirkei Avot. Pirkei Avot according to the teachings of Chassidut. Thank you to Mordechai and Raya for broadcasting this shir live to you all around. We are now in Pirkei Avot, Perek Aleph, Mishna Yudalid, the first chapter, Mishna 14. We are still learning about Hillel. A couple of Mishnas ago, the Mishnah started to talk about the fact that there's a new pair of leaders of the generation, Hillel and Shammai. So far we're still talking about Hillel, and just like in the last Mishnah, we started with Hu Haya Omer, he used to say, he referring to Hillel. So too over here, we also start with Hu Haya Omer, he used to say, referring to Hillel Hazaken. And the Mishnah reads as follows. Please open your text, whether to your own Mishnah or Sidur, in the subject of Pirkei Avot. Im einanili, this is a very famous Mishnah, both in Hebrew and in English. Im einanili, if I am not to me, mili, then who is to me? Ucheshani la'atzmi, and when I am for myself, ma'ani, what am I? V'im lo achshav, and if not now, eimatai, then when? As usual in Pirkei Avot, especially in the first chapter, the subjects of each Tana, each author of each Mishnah is divided into three parts. Im eina nili mili, uchshani la'atzmi ma'ani, v'im lo achshav eimatai. So let's discuss So let's first discuss each individual statement on an individual level. Hillel says, "In einanili, if I am not to me, in other words, if I do not do everything in my power to bring merit to myself, mili, who will take care of me? Who will bring that power? Who will bring that merit to me? After all, in the world, we are the only ones that can help ourselves best. And we can say it in the negative sense, that if someone feels that there are boundaries and disturbances and things that withhold someone from doing the right thing, it's really ourselves. It's really us that are making the problem. So we have to get out of our own way, and when we act for ourselves, then we will be successful. Point number 2, ucheshani la'atzmi, and when I am for myself, even when I've had the opportunity to bring upon myself a zechut and a merit, then what is this zechut? What is this merit in reference to what I need to do? I need to do much, much more. Even when I am for myself, it's really incomparable to what I should be doing and what I can be doing. And the third statement is, V'im lo achshav, and if not now, ba'olam hazeh, in this world, eimatai, when? After 120 and after 180. When the neshama of a person goes up, or Be'ezrat Hashem Mashiach comes, and we all stay over here in this wonderful world, then we're not going to be able anymore to do mitzvahs. The entire accomplishment of doing mitzvahs is only while we're here in this world. Another interpretation is that while a person is younger, then a person can accomplish more. When a person is older, it's a little more difficult to accomplish things. Now, the age does not go according to the passport. The age goes according to your energy. And I know many people, Baruch Hashem, in today's day and age, that are very, very capable and are very successful at even a much older age in the 80s and 90s. Baruch Hashem, we have in our community many people that do amazing things. They might not be working, might be on pension, but they do amazing stuff. So while we have the koach from Hashem to accomplish more things, we need to utilize all of these opportunities. It's a great opportunity for me to mention that today, Bezrat Hashem, we're going to be sending out an email that we're starting in 2 weeks, a morning Kolel Bit Midrash for 2 hours in the morning from 10 to 12 with a light breakfast for our dear friends in the community that are in the golden age after retirement. And that is a great message of youthfulness, giving people an opportunity to learn in person, to meet more people. And we have a great lineup of teachers that are professors living here in Rechavia, doctors and rabbis that are going to be teaching fascinating subjects, Bezrat Hashem. And so let's go back to the Mishnah Yud Daled, Mishnah 14. The first thing that we want to clarify is the connection to the individual who said this Mishnah. And that is Hillel HaZaken, as we said earlier. Hillel HaZaken, as we learned yesterday, had a number of things which he was able to include within himself a variety of concepts, as we'll see in a moment. On one hand, this Mishnah is a very interesting Mishnah. Because on one hand, we have the idea of the importance of the individual. How every person is a world, and you can accomplish so much, and we are the only ones, each and every one of us is the only one who can really accomplish positive things for ourselves. On the other hand, the second statement of the Mishnah is sort of putting down ourselves. We're saying, even when I do things for myself, who am I? There's so much more to accomplish. So make up your mind, Hillel. Is it worthwhile for a person to invest in themselves or not? On one hand, you say that we are the only ones that can do for ourselves. And on the other hand, you say that as much as we do is not enough, is never enough. So why start? Why even invest ourselves in helping and accomplishing? So the answer is that they're both true. The traditional answer in Judaism. They're both true. Both the subject of the importance of the individual and also the importance of Klal Yisrael. On one hand, every individual is a world, and every individual can accomplish a world. On the other hand, every individual is a portion of the Klal Yisrael, of Am Yisrael. We are all one unit. And when one person does something, you're not doing only for yourself. You're part of the rule. You're part of the general. You're part of the klal. You're part of the public. Like the famous metaphor of a person that's with many people in a boat, and he starts making a hole for some odd reason in the floor of the boat. But he says, it's only in my cabin. So they tell him, you're crazy. Look what you're doing. You are endangering, God forbid, everyone in the boat. So we are all part of one unit. So this balancing of two concepts, on one hand, the importance of the individual, and on the other hand, the importance of the general, we're all part of one public, of one Am Yisroel. These are alluded to in the life of Hillel HaZaken. Hillel himself, we said yesterday an interesting story, that when Hillel came from Bavel, when he came from Babylon, the Bnei B'Teira, the Talmud tells us, in Eretz Yisrael, were not sure when Erev Pesach comes out on Shabbat, like this year, this past Pesach, do we bring the Erev Pesach, do we bring the Korban Pesach on Shabbat or not? There are some things that Shabbat cancels and some things which override Shabbat. And Hillel said, yes. Yes, we do the Korban Pesach, the Pesach offering. The Pesach offering overrides Shabbat because it's called a Korban Tzibur, a public offering, and a public offering overrides Shabbat. So in the Korban Pesach, interestingly enough, we have these two opposite concepts. On one hand, it's considered a Korban Yachid, a personal, individual offering. On the other hand, it's called the Korban Tzibur, it's called a community offering, a public offering. Why is that? Where do we see that? On one hand, the Korban Pesach is brought from the personal finances of the individual or from the family, and you have to sign up, and every individual group eats the Korban Pesach together. On the other hand, it's called the Korban Tzibur, because if it was not a public offering, then it would not be able to push away, to override the Shabbat. And then Hillel would not have become the Nasi. He would not have become the prince. So on one hand, we have the importance of the Yachid, of the individual. Just like we said in the first part of the Mishnah, Im eina nili mili. If I will not be for me, then who will be for me? That's the importance of the individual. And on the other hand, we have the importance of the tzibur. That Korban Pesach is called a Korban Tzibur, a community, a public offering. That is, like we say in the second part of the Mishnah, in the second statement, that even when I am for myself, who am I? I have so much more to do. And then the final statement is also connected with this concept. Ve'im lo achshav, and if not now, ematai, then when? Over here we have an additional hint to the subject of Korban Pesach. When, in order that the Korban Pesach should override Shabbat, it has to be a Korban which is called Zmano Kavua, an established time, a fixed time. Because if the Korban Tzibur, if the offering, the public offering does not have an established time, then it does not override the Shabbat. So this also fits with what Hillel said, if not now, then when? Now is the time of the Korban. Don't miss it. And because it's an established time, therefore, it overrides the Shabbat. Thank you very much for joining us. It was wonderful to learn with you. Bezrat Hashem, same time, same place tomorrow morning. We'll be doing the Kabbalah Cafe, Erev Shabbat Parashat Naso. And look out for the video today. Bezrat Hashem, I'm humbled to be sending out an unbelievable video, a short video before Shabbat in connection with Parshat Naso. And please send it around to all of your friends and family and WhatsApp groups. It's truly an amazing video. All the best. Bye-bye.